Okay, well, Rocky Carroll plays the boss on TV's #1 show, NCIS, which, in case you don't know, it airs on Tuesday nights at 8 on CBS 2.
When does it air and where?
On Tuesday nights
at 8 on CBS 2. Sometimes Director Leon Vance has to make the tough calls.
All stations, confirmed, jackpot. Target is secure. Commence SSC, 5 mics to exfil.
Not over yet, Gibbs. We cut the head off one snake. There's still a whole nest out there.
What are second half's orders?
Now that we have Parsa, press him for intel. Enough to disable his entire terrorist network.
How hard?
Whatever it takes.
Ooh, that was kind of a mystery sequence because I couldn't see much of anything. I need a bigger TV. Rocky Carroll, kind enough to join us on the couch. So, real quick, what's going on in that scene? That airs tonight, but what is that scene?
Yeah, I'd like to know how that ends. It looks
Wait a
pretty
minute,
good.
you're
Yeah.
in it.
No, wait. So tell us what happened there.
That was a terrorist that we've been looking for by the name of Venom Parsa, and what we were watching is very similar to the mission that went down to capture Osama bin Laden. We're watching a live video feed of troops going in to capture a terrorist. So that's
giving directives.
And giving directives.
That's so cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Do you hear from fans on Twitter immediately after each episode?
Oh, after each scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're that engaged?
Oh man, they're very engaged, and it's tough because people don't realize we finish an episode, 8 days of filming. It takes us 8 business days to film an episode. We immediately go into the next episode. So when I meet people on the street or talk to people on Twitter, they want to talk about a scene from an episode from like 2 episodes ago. And so I say, I have to put it out of my head. I can't, it's hard to remember what we did until you kind of get to the end of the season because we do so many so quickly.
Well, and you were at In-N-Out Burger when that was happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't know.
How did you know that I was in
love In-N-Out.
So wait a minute, you shoot, it takes 8 days, and then you immediately go into another one. You never get a day off?
Well,
you must get a day off.
We pretty much run from the middle of July. We start filming in the middle of July all the way until the end of April the following year. So you've got a couple months of downtime, which feels like about an hour. So we go pretty quickly. We've been picked up for our 12th season.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Wow, okay.
I want to ask you a question. You know, when I watch the show, it's the writing, it's the characters, and it's the great way the characters interact with each other. But how much do you guys pay attention to the actual detail of what NCIS is? Do you have consultants, and are you by the book as far as what really goes down?
We have a consultant, retired NCIS agent, that my character was actually named after. Our technical advisor is an NCIS retired agent by the name of Leon Carroll, no relation, but so my character is his namesake. They gave my character his name. What Mark Harmon always says about the show is the thing that we love best and the thing that we try to really sort of keep intact is the star of the show is the agency itself. And when you meet real NCIS agents, they come to visit, or I'll meet them, or I'll go to an NCIS agency. I went to the real NCIS, met the real director, you know, sat and had lunch with the real director.
That's
and
a photo op.
It's cool. Oh, it's great. And the recruiting for the NCIS has gone up. People didn't know what NCIS stood for before the show came into being.
Right.
So they're very proud of the show. And so when you meet the real guys and they say, thank you so much for giving us some visibility, it makes you feel good.
Well, speaking of feeling good, I mean, there's some longevity on this show, obviously, 12 seasons. Do you ever get worried that they're going to kill Vance off?
I usually check the end of the script first when I get a new script, just in case.
Right.
Or if there's a scene where Vance has to go to the morgue, I always make sure to
It's not you.
Let's make sure he gets out of the morgue. Okay, I get out of the morgue.
You shouldn't have to worry about something like that.
You know, I've had my relationship as an actor with CBS. This is about the 4th series that I've done for CBS. Mark Harmon and I worked on Chicago Hope together, so there's a friendship, there's a history there. So that's not what I wake up in the morning thinking about.
Yeah.
But as an actor, you always wonder, like, okay, this is great. It's the greatest job. I wonder how long it's going to be.
Are you kidding? As the co-host of The Couch, I think the same thing. So what's the best perk about being on a CBS show? Are you constantly at Les Moonvest's house just hanging out by the pool?
Yes, but I'm often asked to leave when he realizes I'm there. So I should probably let him know I'm coming over in the future. No, but I consider myself part of the CBS family. It's a wonderful relationship. That you'll see actors who you see them on a new show or another series and you think to yourself, I've seen that guy on something else. CBS has a great way of keeping the nucleus of people, actors who have good working relationships. Ralph Waite who unfortunately we just lost
passed away,
recently,
yeah,
who
yeah.
played Mark Harmon's dad on the series, who started out on the CBS series The Waltons. And so there was sort of this arc of, and when I meet people like that, I think to myself, wow, he's still here and he's still
Yeah.
working for the network. So
By the way, I loved how you guys brought in Robert Wagner.
Yeah.
He's great on the show.
Yeah, he's terrific.
You know, that whole subplot is super, too.
Well, you just mentioned it. You've been on a lot of shows. Rock, what was it? The Agency, NCIS, of course. And you also done a lot of stage work, too. So do you ever have that part where you kind of miss that, or is it all TV for you?
No, what I miss most is the live response that you would get. I miss that sort of live interaction.
Well, and the energy that you get from the crowd when you're performing.
Absolutely. But I say this all the time. I had to learn a new language, the language of acting in front of the camera, because when I first started, when I first did the series Rock, I literally came from the Broadway stage, and suddenly I was doing a sitcom. I had never done a television show, had never done a sitcom before, so suddenly there was this world. There was camera and there was sound, and there's a guy with a boom mic standing above you. So, which to me felt like one big fraternity haze. Like I'm thinking, they're just waiting to see if I'm going to lose my mind and jump out a window.
Right.
But eventually you get used to working, and I just encompass everything and say, okay, these are also scene partners. I got to look out, and the 14 guys that I see running around in my field of vision when I'm working, you begin to incorporate that. So.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's working, because it's a great show and it keeps going. Don't miss NCIS. It airs tonight, by the way, at 8 o'clock on our sister station, CBS 2. Rocky, Carroll, great having you here, and give our love to Les.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will.
Yes,
I absolutely will.